Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel Expensive Coins, where we explore the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market. If you are passionate about rare finds and hidden treasures in the world of currency, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share this video. Today we are diving into two of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, the Bicentennial $1 coin, 1776 to 1976, and the Bicentennial half-dollar coin, 1776 to 1976. These coins, whether found in rare silver-sided versions or even in dirty, circulated condition, have become some of the most celebrated and valuable treasures in the coin collecting world. The year 1976 marked America's bicentennial celebration, 200 years of independence. To honor this monumental occasion, the United States Mint released special commemorative coins that carried a dual date, 1776 to 1976. These were not ordinary coins, but patriotic symbols struck with unique designs that instantly set them apart from every other coin in circulation. First one is the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most iconic and emotional coins in the United States, a piece that bridges the celebration of America's bicentennial with the enduring memory of President John F. Kennedy. At first glance, it looks like any other half-dollar, but collectors know that certain versions of this coin are extraordinarily rare and unimaginably valuable. To hold one in the right condition is to hold a treasure capable of transforming your life overnight, because these coins are now worth sums that stretch into the millions in today's numismatic market. When America prepared to celebrate its 200th birthday in 1976, the U.S. Mint created special bicentennial designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. On the Kennedy half-dollar, the obverse kept the familiar portrait of Kennedy, but the reverse was replaced with an inspiring image of Independence Hall, where the nation's freedom was declared. This design made the coin instantly special, a keepsake of patriotism and pride. For everyday Americans, it was a coin they could hold in their hand to celebrate the very spirit of liberty. For collectors today, it has become far more than that. It has become a symbol of rarity, history, and immense wealth. The most sought-after 1776 to 1976 Kennedy halves are those struck in 40% silver, released in special collector sets rather than general circulation. While millions were made, only a small fraction survive in pristine, untouched condition. Over time, countless examples were spent, scratched, or mishandled. But the rare few that remain in perfect mint state or proof condition have achieved breathtaking auction prices, sometimes climbing into the realm of hundreds of thousands or even millions. For these lucky owners, a simple half-dollar has turned into a once-in-a-lifetime fortune. Adding to the mystique are the errors and varieties of the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar. Coins struck with double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal planchets are incredibly scarce. Such pieces can command sums that seem unimaginable for a coin originally worth just 50 cents. These are the coins that collectors dream of, flukes of minting that transformed ordinary bicentennial halves into priceless rarities. The emotional connection with this coin also cannot be overlooked. The Kennedy half-dollar itself was first introduced in 1964, just months after President Kennedy's tragic assassination, and it became an instant national symbol of mourning and respect. By the bicentennial year of 1976, the coin had already cemented itself as a beloved part of American culture. Combining Kennedy's legacy with the bicentennial celebration made this issue one of the most cherished coins ever struck. Owning one in its rarest and most valuable form is like owning a piece of both Kennedy's memory and America's birthday rolled into one. The aura of patriotism surrounding the bicentennial half-dollar has also boosted its desirability. For collectors, it represents not just a coin, but a moment in time, a year when the entire nation came together to honor its founding. This deeper meaning makes collectors fight harder and bid higher, because they aren't just buying a piece of silver, they're buying history itself. Imagine the thrill of discovering one of these coins unexpectedly. It might be hiding in a dusty drawer, passed down through generations, or sitting unnoticed in a jar of old change. You look closely, see the dual date 1776 to 1976, and realize what you have. That moment could be the turning point of your life, the moment when fortune shifts and a simple coin opens the door to wealth beyond your imagination. At high-profile auctions, the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar has stunned audiences. Collectors from around the world compete fiercely, driving bids higher and higher, unwilling to let such treasures slip away. Each sale makes headlines, each record broken reminds the world just how extraordinary this coin can be. It has already made millionaires, and it continues to do so as demand grows and surviving examples become even harder to find. The artistry of this coin is another reason behind its enduring power. The portrait of Kennedy on the obverse reflects dignity and leadership, while the reverse, with Independence Hall, symbolizes the very birthplace of American freedom. Together, they create one of the most meaningful designs ever struck on a U.S. coin. To collectors, it is more than currency. It is a masterpiece in miniature, a work of art that captures two monumental stories in one. Even though millions of bicentennial halves were made, the secret to value lies in condition, rarity, and uniqueness. A flawless coin with mirror-like surfaces can easily fetch thousands, and if you have one with a minting error or special proof strike, the price can soar into the stratosphere. This is why experts always say, never underestimate the power of a bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar. What looks ordinary to the untrained could in fact be the ticket to unimaginable fortune. Collectors and investors alike treasure the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar because it combines beauty, history, and potential wealth in one perfect package. It is a coin that appeals to both the heart and the wallet, a symbol of national pride that also happens to be one of the most profitable pieces in American numismatics. If you are lucky enough to have one, the advice is simple: do not let it go for cheap. Too many people in the past spent or sold these coins for far less than their true value, never realizing the wealth they were holding. Today, with knowledge on your side, you must guard such a treasure carefully. It could be the very key to your financial freedom. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar is more than just another collectible. It is a life-changing opportunity. It stands at the crossroads of history, design, and destiny. To own one is to own a piece of America's soul, and at the same time, to hold in your hand a fortune that can alter your life forever. So the next time you come across a Kennedy half-dollar with a dual date 1776 to 1976, stop and look again. It may not be just a coin. It may be your chance at history, at greatness, at wealth beyond imagination. In that single piece of silver lies the power to change your fortune overnight, and that is what makes this coin one of the most valuable, expensive, and ultra-rare treasures the United States has ever produced. Next is the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower $1 coin is one of the greatest treasures in American numismatics, a coin that was created to honor the bicentennial of the United States and has since become a symbol of immense value and power in the coin collecting world. At first glance, it looks like a large, shining silver dollar with President Dwight D. Eisenhower's portrait on the front, but to those who understand its story, it is far more than just a coin. It is a relic of freedom, a piece of history, and in rare cases, a fortune worth millions in today's market. When the United States prepared to celebrate its 200th birthday in 1976, the Mint decided to strike special coins to mark the occasion. The Eisenhower dollar was chosen as one of them, and instead of carrying its normal reverse design, it was given a bold and patriotic new look, the Liberty Bell alongside the moon, an image that perfectly tied together America's birth in 1776 and its triumph of space exploration nearly 2 centuries later. That design made the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar instantly historic, a coin that carried with it the pride of an entire nation. Though millions were made, only a tiny number exist in the condition and form that collectors now crave. Some were struck in 40% silver for special bicentennial sets, while most were issued in regular copper-nickel for circulation. But the silver versions, especially those in pristine proof condition, have risen to astonishing heights in value. Over the years, these coins have become more than collectibles. They have become treasures of unimaginable worth. The magic of the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar lies not only in its design but also in its scarcity at the highest levels of quality. Very few examples remain untouched, gleaming with the perfection of their original strike. And in the world of coin collecting, condition is king. A flawless Eisenhower bicentennial dollar can sell for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even push into the realm of millions when combined with unique minting errors. Errors are where this coin truly becomes a legend. Imagine a 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower struck on the wrong planchet, or one that shows a dramatic double die. These flukes of history are so rare that when they appear, collectors will battle fiercely to own them. Each error coin is unique, meaning its value is limited only by how much collectors are willing to pay. And with the Eisenhower dollar already being tied to such an important American milestone, these errors carry almost mythical levels of demand. This is why experts say, If you ever come across a bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, never let it go cheaply. Too many people over the years spent these coins or sold them for just face value, not realizing that they held the power to change their lives. Today, the right coin could elevate you into a world of wealth beyond imagination, all from a single dollar that was once used as ordinary money. The beauty of the Eisenhower Bicentennial dollar also cannot be denied. The obverse, featuring the strong and determined portrait of President Eisenhower, speaks to leadership and honor. The reverse, with the Liberty Bell and moon together, is one of the most poetic designs ever placed on American coinage. It speaks of liberty achieved and liberty expanded, an entire nation's story told through art in metal. This artistry has helped elevate the coin to an almost legendary status among collectors. The aura of the bicentennial celebration has only amplified this coin's importance. It was not just another year, it was the year America celebrated 2 centuries of freedom, struggle, and achievement. Holding one of these coins feels like holding that moment in your hands. It is not only valuable in money but also priceless in sentiment and history. At major auctions, 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollars have shocked the world with their prices. Rare proofs and silver-struck examples have soared far above expectations, setting records that remind everyone of just how extraordinary these coins are. Each sale adds to the legend, and each new discovery of a rare variant stirs excitement in the global collecting community. To find one of these coins is like striking gold. Imagine searching through an old collection, opening a forgotten box, or looking through inherited change and spotting the dual date 1776 to 1976 on a large Eisenhower dollar. That moment could change your destiny. What once was worth just a single dollar could now open the door to a life of wealth and opportunity. For collectors, this coin represents the perfect blend of patriotism, artistry, and rarity. It embodies the spirit of America while offering the kind of financial reward that few coins in history can match. It is both a keepsake of national pride and a golden ticket to fortune. And this is why the Eisenhower Bicentennial dollar continues to be one of the most talked about and desired coins in circulation. While many see only the face value, those who know its true worth see it as a life-changing treasure. In the world of rare coins, few can match its combination of meaning and value. So if you ever hold a 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower $1 coin in your hand, take a closer look. That single piece of metal could be far more than just money. It could be your key to wealth, your connection to history, and your chance at greatness. It could be the coin that turns your fortune around overnight, proving once again that in the world of numismatics, the smallest details can carry the biggest rewards. In the end, the Eisenhower Bicentennial dollar is not just a coin. It is a story, a dream, and for some, a miracle. Guard it carefully, value it highly, and never underestimate its power, for within it lies the potential to make you a millionaire overnight.